back to StarrSoaps channel. How are you today? I'm doing good. Today I am going to be making another double batch for you guys, and another wholesale order one. Today I'm going to be making peppermint and dragon's blood soap. So come along with me and I'll show you how I make it. Squee! First things first, we're going to add the cooled lye water with mulberry silk dissolved in it into the cooled oils and goat's milk that I have here in my bowl. I measured out about 30 grams of goat's milk to about 680 grams of oil, and I already mixed it into the oils and let it cool before I added the lye water. So now I'm just bringing it to emulsification and portioning off a little bit of the soap for the main accent colour, which for this batch is red because we're doing dragon's blood. And I'm using my mini whisk to mix my Bordeaux mica into my little cup of soap here. And that colour has come out beautiful, rich, deep, almost sort of a terracotta red. Absolutely love it. Perfect for the dragon's blood. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of titanium dioxide into the base like I normally do. That's just been mixed into water with a bit of glycerin, and that'll just help to lighten the base so that we've got that real nice stark contrast between the red and the white for the soap. So that gets a little bit of a stick blend because it's important to incorporate the titanium dioxide fully into the soap. And then I bring my mould in and I literally add in my fragrance a splash at a time while I mix with the spatula. And you can sort of see it slightly altering the colour. But this one doesn't particularly discolour, not majorly anyway. And then I pour it straight in the mould. It's one of those fragrances that you have to work fast with. So I have my mould all ready to go. I'm mixing the whole time. I don't stop mixing so it doesn't get a chance to thicken up into custard on me. And I pour it in. Now this one stayed really nice and fluid, and I'm really happy with that. So now I'm just adding in a little bit of fragrance oil into the accent colour as well. Most of my fragrance oil, however, did go into the base, but I want all of my soap to be scented. And I'm going to drop swirl at a sort of a height, not too high, but it's all about making sure that that soap colour goes right down into each soap bar and doesn't just sit along the very top. And then I can come back through with my hanger tool and give it a hanger swirl. Love those hanger swirls. And then the last thing to do is just to take the last little bit of the colorant and line it up on one side in a nice straight line so I can come back and give the top a really pretty decorative swirl.
Try some of my soap. The soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king, as the case may be. I really think you're going to switch permanently to StarrSoaps after you try some of my soap. The soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king.
So here we go with our second batch for today's video, and you can probably tell that it's like quite a bit less soap in my bowl than I normally have because I'm actually making little short mini batches, and then with the leftover soap I'm making a couple of like extra bars, little fairies, little skulls. Having a lot of fun making different moulded soaps with my leftovers. But this particular peppermint soap is, again, just going to have one accent colour like the dragon's blood did, with a white base and a pretty basic drop swirl that I'll then use the hanger tool. Peppermint essential oil keeps your soap really, really fluid. So my soap's not thick at all, and in the future I was just having a little bit of a brain light bulb moment, thinking about how if I'm making soap with my little boy again, I should do peppermint because it stays so thin. But in this case, the swirl comes out so differently in the final soap purely because of how thin it is when I'm pouring it into the mold right now. So I find that very interesting. It's one of those things about soap, like it's never exactly the same. There's always something. There's always like temperature of the room you're in, or the fragrance or essential oils you choose to use causing things to thicken up, or the butters or oils that you choose to use in your base recipe, or goat's milk, or things you might add. There are a lot of different variants and you can end up with a different soap even if you follow the same pattern. I kind of like that about soaping, I must say.
Soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king, as the case may be. I really think you're going to switch permanently to StarrSoaps after you try some of my soap.
So that's it overnight, and we're back again to cut them. And you didn't see me putting the little embellishments on top, but all that is some round mint coloured soap balls I made with my soapy dough, and I can leave a link below to how I made my soapy dough, and also some coloured rock and Epsom salts. So I just took some rock and Epsom salts, put them into a little plastic bag with a Ziploc top, put some green mica in, or whatever colour you're going for, and shook it all around, and it gives me like similar to like sugar sprinkles that cake decorators use, except that it's salt and it adds something nice to the bar of soap, and yeah, doesn't melt like sugar ones can do. So that's pretty cool. And that swirl has come out okay, but again, because of how fluid the soap was, it's not really as defined as I would have liked it.
I really think you're going to switch permanently to StarrSoaps after you try some of my soap. The soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king, as the case may be. I really think you're going to try some of my soap. The soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king.
So here we are with the dragon's blood, and straight away you can see what I mean about that swirl. The dragon's blood soap has a much more defined swirl. I'm really happy with how it came out. And across the top of the dragon's blood soap we have some little tiny soap beads, little red soap beads. They're actually supposed to be sprinkled in your bath. That's what the little bottle says that I bought them in, but I just sprinkled them across the top of the soap just to add a little bit of an extra decoration on the top. And yeah, I love these swirls. They're so cute. I love how you can see the white and the red, and the kind of like, it was just the right thickness when I swirled it. Absolutely wonderful. So it's definitely something that I've been learning as I've been going along, is about how the thickness of your soap batter can affect, you know, how your swirl comes out. I really love these little soaps. They're so cute. Wow, that one's quite amazing. And they'll all be sold to a shop that is in New Plymouth in Maryland's called the Maryland's Lotto and Post Shop. Ooh, looks pretty that way as well, almost like a butterfly. So I'll show some video of what the shop looks like and what my soaps look like in the shop, because I am so proud. And here are my soaps in little gift boxes for sale, and I love it. And then you can see just here on this clip the Dragon's Blood and Peppermint that was made in this video right there. Dragon's Blood, Peppermint, there they are, wrapped and ready and for sale in the shop in Maryland. So that's pretty awesome. And I've also included a little bit of video that I took here and put on my Snapchat of all of the soaps all lined up before they got sent off. I ended up making 50 soaps, so that was 5 of 10 different batches, and they came out awesome. This week I'd like to highlight Laura McClemens Hendricks Riddle and her gorgeous cupcake soaps and her beautiful little girl. How gorgeous is this photo? I love it. She shared it with us in our group StarrSoapy Family over on Facebook. So if you want your photo to be highlighted, please do come join the group, because I love to see your creations. And I just want to say, Laura, I love your piping. How beautiful is that creamy piping? Well, I hope you liked this video, and if you did, then feel free to hit that subscribe button down below. Become a member of our StarrSoapy family and feel that soapy love. Bye, guys.
And warm you up and make you feel like a queen or a king, as the case may be. I really think you're going to switch permanently to StarrSoaps after you try some of my soap. The soap is gonna keep you clean and warm you up